Hi, Debbie Steglick here with Willie. He's a 2-year-old Connemara. And today what we're going to be working on is relaxation when he circles. And what I want to do with myself is I want to make sure that I use energy to influence him to go forward. I want that to be my first phase because they are energy animals and that makes sense to the horse. So when I ask him to go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up some positive energy in my body, and I'm going to smile, and I'm going to feel just a little bit of excitement in me, and he will pick up on that, and that will influence him to go forward versus just saying, I want you to go. Because there's a negative emotion with that, and the horses feel it, and often they pin their ears, they get stiff, they get braced, and they're just not very happy. So if I want a positive outcome with the horse, I've got to have positive energy in me, and I got to influence him with that positive energy. So I will show you how that looks as we go along. And with him, I'm going to be really looking for some relaxation at the walk and the trot. So I want to get his attention first, so he's not thinking towards me. And I'm not going to pull on it and say, hey, I want you to get over here. I'm just going to ask for his attention slowly. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to point in that direction. I'm going to bring up the energy in my body and see if he can respond to that. If he didn't, then I will tag the ground behind him. But I'm not going to tag it hard. It would just be slowly bringing up my stick. And then if he's not responding, then I would tag the ground. So I'm going to use my phases again, my energy first. I'm going to point slowly in that direction, bring up some positive energy. I'm not getting much, so then I lift my stick. As soon as he gives me what I want, I'm going to stop. I didn't tag the ground because he started trotting. If I would have tagged the ground after he started trotting, that wouldn't have been fair. And he would have taken offense to that. So horses learn by the release of pressure. So the moment I release them is when he knows he did the right thing. So I want to release as soon as I can. So now I'm going to start looking for, there we go, for his head to come down. When he does, I make sure I relax all the muscles in my body. And I smile and I let him know he can feel that in me and he can feel that I'm happy. Now he broke gait and I didn't ask him to, but he's not going to get in trouble for it. Instead, I'm just going to ask again. Bring up the energy, point in that direction, and he gave it to me. So I'm going to get soft in my body and be happy. Now his trot is a little bit lazy right now. So I'm going to ask for a little bit more by doing the same thing. Bring up the energy, point in that direction, bring up my stick. Now I'm going to tag the ground. See, now that was fair because he was non-responsive. There's the head coming down, looking for that relaxation again. And that's what I'm looking for. When he lowers his head, I kind of lower mine, I relax my shoulders, I get really happy, and then he'll start trying to offer more of that. Now it's a slow trot again, so I'm going to say, can you do that with a faster trot? Can you go faster and stay relaxed? Good. That was beautiful. So since he's learning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to reward him for that. Because that's not easy for him to do. The more speed we add, the harder it is for them to stay relaxed. But I want him eventually where we can walk, trot, and canter, and he always keeps his head down. He uses his body well. He really extends those back legs underneath. But it's going to take a little bit of time. So, we're just learning here. He's 2 years old, and this is new for him. And so I want to reward. I try to ignore the negative and just reward the positive, and then the negative will start to go away. So now I'm going to ask him to go in the other direction. See how he turned his head that way? I just put my stick here to kind of block it. I point, bring up the energy in my body. I slowly bring up my stick because it's like feeling intensity coming up, and he's like, oh, I better start responding. Good. Now I'm going to ask for a little bit more speed again. Yeah. And can you bring your head down and be relaxed? He has a tendency of slowing down when he lowers his head. But I want him to start being able to respond without raising his head up. And it's just going to take some time. I don't expect it to happen today. That was a question there. He stopped. He wasn't sure what I was asking of him because I'm talking. And I'm just going to ask again. He's not going to get in trouble. He's just not sure. If I would have went, I told you to go, and I just start whacking the ground, he's going to get worried. Because he was just asking a question. He just slowed down and looked at me like, I'm not sure what you want right now. So I'm just gonna help him out. He's a student. I'm the teacher. Good. I want a little bit more speed. I'm just asking until I can get what I'm looking for. I just be persistent and keep asking. Bring up more energy. Good. And look for that head to come down. Good. Good. There's just a little bit of unsureness there. So I'm just going to help him. Good. I want him to maintain gait and maintain direction, but I'm just going to help him there. I'm not going to make him feel like he's wrong. Good. See how much more relaxation he's offering me there? Because I'm not picking on him. I'm helping him. Can I get a little bit more speed and keep the head down? So I have to go kind of slow when I'm bringing up energy and phases of pressure so that I don't worry him so much that his head has to go up really high. But it's just going to take him time. Good. But he wants to slow down. He keeps wanting to slow. He wants to lower his head, but he wants to slow down at the same time. Good. And it's just going to, you just have to be patient with them. They're learning. Good. So I'm going to ask for a little bit more energy. Can you give me more energy? And be relaxed. And it's going to take time. It's okay. I don't expect to get everything today. I just expect it to get a little bit better than when I started. So I'm going to get a little creative right here because he's not wanting to give me any more than he's giving me right now. Bring up my energy. I'm going to point in that direction. And we got a little bit of attitude. But instead of whacking the ground hard, I just kind of got creative with how I asked for something a little bit more. And he gave an opinion, and I just think it's cute. He's not in trouble for it. And now he's blowing a lot, which is him releasing tension, because he had some tension there. I'm going to ask for a little bit more speed. See how he's much more willing to give it to me now? I would like him to keep his head down, but it's going to be up to him when he does it. So I'm going to keep asking. Sometimes it gets a little worse before it gets better. I'm just going to wait on him. I'm going to wait, but I'm going to tell him I don't want you to slow down. Yeah. And I'm just going to wait. Good. Slowly bring up my stick. Look for some relaxation. It's hard. He's learning. We have to learn to have a lot of patience if we're teaching. Good. Good. His head, but see, he can't really keep his head down a lot right now, but that's okay. He's learning. I wanted you to see it as he's learning, not as him just acting like a perfect horse. He's a baby. I'm going to ask one more time. See how I slowly bring it up? Slowly. Now I'm going to get creative again. So he gave me an opinion, but he's not going to get in trouble for it. It's okay. It's a two-way conversation. He has a right to have an opinion, but I do want him to be responsive. So can he keep his speed? Once he can keep his speed and lower his head, then I'm going to give him a break. So sometimes we just have to wait. And it's hard for him. Okay. Yeah. Good. That was some healthier movement there. Just a little bit, but it's getting better. Yeah. I'm just going to reward him for trying. So take your time. Be creative. Help the horse out. Use your energy. Don't be so quick to get down on them. And they'll start giving you more and more and trying harder and harder. And it's just a process. Whatever you had at the beginning, just work on it till it's just a little bit better that day, and then get off of it and leave them alone, and let him feel successful. You know, I mean, I think right now he's feeling pretty successful, and he doesn't feel picked on. But, we had a couple moments there where he had an attitude, and I get a kick out of it. Because I want them to show me what they think, and and as time goes on, there'll be less and less of that, and he'll be more and more responsive. So if you have any questions, or if you would like me to help you implement this with your horse, you can reach me at cowgirldebbie.com, COWGIRLDEBBIE.com. And thank you, and we will see you hopefully soon. Bye-bye.